All right, and we're back with Coach Perelman. Profe, just your initial analysis of tonight's result. Just get us started.
Well, of course, disappointed with the result after the effort we did to come back on the game. Uh, um, we conceded that goal in the first half, but then we dominate the first half completely. Second half, uh, we were able to continue dominating, find the goals. We could score maybe another one. And then at the end, the big effort we did, unfortunately, we end up with nothing. This is the game, but there were some good things. Spicy came back. Um, Justin scored his first goal. Nothing. Things for us to continue growing and thinking now in the Open Cup. Now the defeat hurts, and it is that.
Start with Austin.
Martin, just the last 7 minutes of the game obviously hurt the most. What kind of did you see in that final stretch of the game? And what does the team need to just improve on in those kind of late game situations, just defensively?
Well, it's hard to say because today they found only those two shots from outside of the box, and with rebound and they score like. And in the set piece is as well. We do the clearance and a bad rebound, and they found the ball. It's hard to find. I need to review it more properly, but nothing. It's the boys are doing a huge effort playing every 48 hours. Today, I think they came here, they dominate the game. They were winning, they were about to win the game, and unfortunately, at the last 7 minutes, as you say, we end up with nothing.
Go to Mike.
Thank you, Martin. Earlier this week, we were just talking about how the team had to work on being offensively, and then we saw what happened on Wednesday. Tonight they scored 2 goals, but defensively, obviously, it looks like it's now the next homework that you guys have. How do you kind of work around that, knowing that you have another game on Wednesday, then you have a game on Saturday? Is that enough time to get a team defensively ready and to put a collective effort going forward when it comes to performances?
I mean, it is what it is. The calendar is this for everyone. I don't think the calendar is an excuse. I think we are. If we analyze the goal we have received from Columbus game until today, I think we concede not many goal situations. And today we received 2 goals from outside of the box, not clear situations, and the set piece. So it's tough. Yes, when you concede 3 goals, everything is not okay. Defensively, it's not okay, but it's hard to analyze now. I think again, it's true what you mentioned. Yes, but this is it, and we are growing. We are growing with the team, competing now. I remember where we started when I assumed in this role, and team is competing, and it wasn't going to happen from one day to the other. I knew that, but now it's hard because we were about to win. We did the effort. I think we deserve it, but at the end of the day, we concede those 2 strange goals. We end up with nothing. It's sometimes this game is like this, and it's hard to find explanations.
Go to Luis Carlos Pineda.
Hi, Profe. You had momentum and the lead after the hour mark. Were there tactical adjustments that you made or wanted to make at that point to protect the result? And why do you think they didn't fully work? Thank you.
I mean, yes, we did adjustments to win the game first, and they worked. And then the adjustments we did to finish the game, if we analyze the result, yes, but again, big huge effort from the players. Unfortunately, we end up with nothing. I think sometimes this game is like this, and we need to accept it and continue, because we have the Open Cup on Wednesday and Derby on the weekend, and this is the season, and we will be strong.
Alonso?
Gracias, Omar. Profe, bueno, una derrota dolorosa, pero quisiera empezar con un dato, porque le conversaba ayer que desde Columbus a Charlotte hubo un cambio, y da la casualidad que cuanto menos posesión tiene Orlando, saca resultados positivos de Columbus a Charlotte. Y le quisiera preguntar, bueno, le quisiera preguntar que los goles de afuera del área, porque se ve del estadio o también de la pantalla que la defensa es muy compacta, que de repente cierra bien el área, y eso de repente permite que los disparos de fuera del área prueben más los equipos, y de repente pasen ese tipo de cosas, porque el gol que hacen ellos es de un rebote que también desentona la posición de Crepao. ¿Qué mejorar? Porque se enfrentan contra un New England que acaba de empatar 1-1 contra Miami de visita. Gracias.
Bueno, yo creo que el equipo defensivamente ha crecido. Es difícil decirlo, lógicamente, puede recibir 3 goles. Creo que hoy particularmente con los remates nosotros nos cerrábamos bien, ellos fijan con 2, entonces no te permiten romper a enfrentar esos remates con ninguno de los 3 centrales, y ahí lo tenés que recorrer con los medios. Lo hicimos en muchísimas oportunidades. A veces te van a rematar, es fútbol, en algún momento el rival tiene que hacer algo, y si no te puede entrar te va a rematar de lejos, y de manera incómoda, como bien decís, con un rebote y todo, y termina metiéndose. Hay veces que el fútbol es así y no queda otra que aceptar lo que vas a hacer. No puedes hacer mucho más. Yo creo que toca resaltar el esfuerzo del equipo, de los muchachos. Tranquilamente podríamos haber ganado el partido y esto estaría todo normal. Se terminó perdiendo en esas 2 jugadas al final, y ya, hay que matarlo y seguir, porque, como dije recién, esto sigue. Tenemos la Copa el miércoles y el derbi el fin de semana.
Go to Matt, mainland.
Coach. Yeah, it was good to have Wilder back, obviously. And I was just wondering how you see his coming back into the pitch affecting the midfield and the stability of the team. I know it's early.
Yes, no, that's a good point. I'm happy Wilder came back today. He's an important player for us. As well, Dorsey was able to come back today, and Spicer, who was sick last week. So we recovered 3 players. We still have 5 more injury players. So it is what it is. And little by little, we are recovering players. We are rebuilding the team. We are making stronger. We are competing. Again, the season wasn't easy from the beginning for us. And I think recovering players and continue building and give identity and finding the way for this team at the end of the day, sooner than later, is going to give us more consistency, not only in the performance but also in the results. But in the meantime, in that journey, we will find some games like today, and it's part of the journey.
Back to Mike.
Martin, a player that I wanted to ask you about, and a player that you've known for quite some time now, Justin Ellis, had an assist in midweek and then a goal today. What's it like I mean, from a coach, knowing how he's been and how he's developed, what's it like seeing him take this moment right now? And what would you like to see more from him going forward, as far as a young player still developing, but also finding that confidence now with the team?
I think Justin is an amazing player. His teammates loves him. Everybody does that here. He has a lot of talent and he helped us a lot. I'm so happy for him to score like Spicer as well. I'm happy for the players when they score and they perform. Again, we need to continue. It's hard today because we couldn't win and we did a huge effort, and like Justin and everything would be perfect, scoring, winning, and we were about to, but sometimes this game is like this.